Goex black powder is so bad.
How bad is it?
I wonder if we could improve it. Now, I've gotten a lot of requests to do these kinds of experiments, and I like the idea. So what they've asked to see, and what we did, is we took 200 grams of old production Goex. This is old Goex I've had for years. I have it in a can that I drag out anytime I want to pick on Goex. And 200 grams of Swiss. This was brand new, pound of Swiss. We took 200 grams of each and we put them in the ball mill separately, of course. And we milled them for 36 hours. Afterward, we took them out, compressed them to a density of 1.75 grams per cubic centimeter, sorted them into 3F, glazed them for 6 hours each, and see what they would do if there's any chance that we could improve Goex in any way, whether it be cleanliness, velocity, consistency, or anything. But we did it to Swiss too, just to see what would happen. Now, I didn't have very high hopes on improving the Swiss because Swiss is already as good as it gets, pretty much. It is really tough to outdo Swiss in velocity, consistency, and cleanliness, in my experience. But I was hopeful that we might be able to pick up a little advantage with Goex. So, what we ended up doing is we weighed out 50 grains of each powder. The old Goex, the old Swiss, and the remilled Goex and Swiss. All of them are weighed 50 grains. All of the shots are taken in my Kibler Southern Mountain Rifle 45 caliber using 50 grains of weighed out powder. Even though I compress them to roughly at the same density as the commercial stuff, I still wanted to weigh them just to make it as fair as I could. A 20 thousandths pillow ticking patch, and a 440 swaged solid lead round ball. Of course, it'd be solid. What I mean is pure lead round ball. So here's how it went. Okay, so we're all ready to go with our old production, original 3F Goex, unmodified right out of the can. All of our charges have been weighed out, 50 grains of 3F, all of them across the board. I am going to change my routine a little bit. And I'm not going to prime with all the same powders. I'm just going to use some homemade Osage here that I have in my pocket. So here is shot number 1 with the old original Goex. $16.32. How about another one of those cans there?
Sounds about right. Mid-16s.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if maybe weighing out each charge isn't going to help with the usually pretty wide spread that we see with Goex. We'll see. Thank you. All right, shot number 2 with the original Goex. $17.07. Oh.
Oh. Well, at least it didn't break.
Yeah. Just looking on the bright side. Okay.
17.07.
That's a little faster than usual, huh?
Yeah.
So here's shot number 3 with the original Goex. $16.89. One more, please. Thank you.
So this is shooting a little faster. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Because we see an 80 foot per second spread on average with Goex, high and low.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be nearly as bad.
No. But, I mean, geez, you were talking
bad.
Yeah, well, we have such a high standard nowadays.
No kidding.
We broke the 1900 foot per second mark, and now anything that's less than 880 is just junk.
Listen, mister, your high standards make my look bad.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, last shot with the original Goex. $17.12.
Hey, all right.
Okay. So that stuff averaged 1685. That's about 40 feet per second faster than we usually see it.
Well, last time we did an average, it was like 1660 something. So about 20 on average. 25.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is at 1660.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's within that's within the margin of error for ambient temperature, humidity, barometric pressure, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Let's go have a look at the target.
Lunar cycle. All that
Oh, wait. Sorry. Let's see how clean it is first.
Ah, yes. We're getting ahead of ourselves with all the weighing in-field charges.
Yeah. We would have done it earlier, but we don't have enough of those glass tubes to go around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad at all.
No, not at all.
So bad
and
at all.
I trust the Garmin numbers more than I trust that old junker.
Yeah, well.
So apparently, yeah, you know, I could see that it, you know, using a better chrono, it's more like 1680 instead of 1660.
Yeah. Looks like good old-fashioned Goex.
Well, if that's good old-fashioned Goex, then that other stuff, what were we testing last time? It wasn't Osage, it was something else.
Wasn't that the last stuff we tested?
Was it? I don't know. We were testing something and we put 4 or 5 shots through it and it looked way worse than that.
Oh, the iron oxide.
That's what it was,
yeah.
The iron oxide, yeah.
Yeah,
that shit, yeah.
That looks like good old-fashioned Goex to me.
Yep.
Where it'll just about soil up one clean patch with 4 shots.
Yep.
Okay, now let's go look at the target.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's a good old-fashioned Goex. All right.
So that's pretty much what Goex usually looks like. You know, 50 grains is right at point of aim. I don't know which one that is. We'll have to look and see. I probably yanked it.
All right, Jake, what are we doing this time?
Okay, this is 3F Swiss.
Original.
And I'm going to shoot at the 3F Swiss card up there.
Which is top right.
Which is the top right. The other top right.
Yes.
My mistake. That's all right, boss. Could happen to anybody.
Yep.
These are just baseline numbers anyway, of mostly of what we already know.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
All in the name of science.
That's right. Science. Okay. Top right.
Yes.
I knew that. Okay.
All right.
Original Swiss. $1,900. Woo!
Get out of here.
Oh, sorry. Need another one of those. Thank you.
1900 out of Swiss. Well, it appears that the bar for Swiss has just been raised on us.
We'll see. Yeah, boy, I got to work hard to get 1900 out of my stuff. Okay. Shot number 2 with the original Swiss. Well. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Let me just try it again. See if it'll go off or I'm going to have to poke it. 1833.
That's a hell of a spread.
Yeah.
$1,900 to $1,800.
Pretty impressed with that first shot being 1900. Holy cow.
Yeah. Makes me wonder if it's just a high one, though.
Could be.
Because how many times have we fired Swiss through that gun, through that other...
Not weighed charges, though.
That's true.
That's just, you know, putting it at 50. But, you know, I've checked Swiss several times.
It's usually high 18s. You know, mid to high 18s.
Swiss?
Isn't it?
No, usually it's like high 17s.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. Interesting.
Interesting, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Shot number 3 with the original Swiss. I think I yanked that one. 1889. One more, please. This has a wider spread than
Goex.
Goex usually does. These are weight charges too.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Interesting.
Although it seems to be more powerful.
Yeah. Didn't expect that.
Neither.
And this is original Swiss.
Original
this
Swiss.
Hasn't even been
So I don't think that the remill stuff has much hope of being
faster.
any faster.
Yeah.
Okay. Shot number 4 with the original Swiss. $1867. Wow, that's impressive, Derek. That's almost 100 feet per second faster
Than we
usually get.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Huh.
Okay. Now let's see how clean it usually is. Swiss is always pretty damn clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fraction of what the Goex fouling is. Typical.
Yeah.
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 Boy, you got chairs up here, man. Dang. Getting fancy.
Yeah. All over me.
Yeah, explain that. I can't. I suck. That's all there is to it. Okay, so this is not Swiss. This is Goex. That's Swiss. So I fired one shot there before somebody realized that was not the right one. So now we're going to try the remilled Goex, since the Swiss looked like that, which is no one's fault but mine.
Running.
This here is the remilled Goex. And this is
Bottom
the
left.
bottom left for real this time. $17.45.
That's better. That's like 100 feet per second better.
I keep reaching in there. I guess I could put them in my pockets.
You could, if you feel so inclined.
No, it's too late. All right, here's shot number 2 with the remilled Goex. $18.24. Wow. Give me another one of those.
What the hell? 1745 to 1824. That's almost, that's 80 foot per second spread right there.
Yep. Could be clean, cold barrel. We'll see how the other ones do.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, shot number 3 with the remilled Goex. $17.91. Habit. Can't help it.
Yep.
Yeah, feels like Goex to me.
Yeah. It's got the spread of Goex.
Smells like Teen Spirit. Who sang that?
Nirvana.
Oh, very good.
All right, shot number 4 with the remilled Goex. $18.01. Yeah, I think it was just that first shot that was low. Well, it averaged $17.90 is what it averaged.
Where the unmilled Goex averaged what, 1680?
I don't remember. Kind of a lot's happened since then.
It was 1680 something.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's just not super bitchin'.
Yeah.
Not horrible.
Not great.
Yeah, it's just not.
It is faster though.
It most certainly is faster.
It is faster. Objectively faster.
Okay, let's go look at the target.
All right.
Okay. Well, I've had better, but
Yeah.
you know, at least it's
better than the
looks
Swiss.
better than the Swiss. All right, are we ready?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Okay, so here is our remilled Swiss powder. And that is the bottom right target.
Yes, correct.
It doesn't have my phone in front of it this time. Wow, okay.
That sounded spicy.
1893.
Okay.
Thank you.
But of course.
Rolling.
All right. Shot number 2 with the remilled Swiss. $18.59.
Pretty consistent now.
Slowed it down though.
Did it slow it down?
It slowed it down, but it made it more consistent.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, here's shot number 3 with the remilled Goex. That felt sharp. 1860. Okay.
Nice and consistent, man. I bet the spread's gonna be like.
Hang on. Let's see if we
30.
don't blow it entirely right here.
Well, yeah, that's true. We still got one more to go.
It's never too late to f up entirely.
That's true. You are correct, sir. Which is interesting because that's what we were getting with the stock Swiss.
Yeah, this time.
That's what.
Which is so interesting because it's like, how many
sense.
times have we checked Swiss? It's like, yeah, usually right around 1800.
Yeah.
You know?
1790 to 1800.
Okay, last shot with the remilled Swiss.
All right.
$18.53.
All right.
So that averaged $18.66. And I think that had the tightest spread of all of these so far.
Click through. What's the max spread?
Yeah. 40.
Wow.
So that averaged 1866 had an extreme spread of 40.
So it tightened it up, but it slowed it down a little.
It did slow it down a little bit.
It slowed it down a little, but boy, it tightened it right up.
It slowed it down.
Because
It slowed it
it
down.
slowed it down. China.
It slowed it down.
No.
I guarantee it's the graphite.
Yeah, because all that graphite coating is getting re-milled into it.
We just integrated it in.
But it still is going to burn to some extent with it being coated.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I was thinking maybe it wouldn't make that much of a difference. You're still burning it one way or another. But one thing I am sure of is graphite makes a lousy carbon source.
Yes.
It slowed it down. Ain't that a bitch?
We tried graphite once as a carbon source, and it was so bad we didn't even bother putting it up.
We didn't show you guys how bad it was because
that's how bad it was.
I don't need to troll my audience. That bad.
I can get a brand new petcock and all the shit for $23 tomorrow.
Buy it.
That is not cleaner than Swiss. I'd say that's a little bit dirtier, in fact. Not by a tremendous amount.
Well, here, I got a Swiss patch right here.
Right.
So here's the original Swiss, not remilled. And here's the remilled Swiss. No, it is not.
I'd say that's
dirtier.
I'd say that's dirtier.
Yeah, that's dirtier.
I mean, it's not Goex dirty, I don't think, but not too far away.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, those edge runner mills, they're tough to beat, you know?
Yeah, they are, man.
They're tough to beat. Okay, let's go look at the target.
All right.
Yeah, hey, that's how these other ones are supposed to look.
Wow, that looks great.
Yeah, that does look great. So that was a pretty fun experiment, at least we thought so. The Goex performed pretty much right on par with what we've always seen with Goex. Right around 1660, 1680. This happened to be 1685, which is pretty much right there for good old-fashioned Goex. The Swiss did surprise us, though. We got 1872, which is about 50 feet per second on average faster than I have ever seen Swiss move. We've chronographed commercial powders. I think this is probably the 5th or 6th time. And I've never seen Swiss move at that velocity. The highest velocity I've ever seen Swiss go is about 1820. Typically, when it comes to Swiss, is anywhere from 1780 to 1820. But this stuff was moving. We were pretty impressed, which just moves the bar even higher for us. So let's start with the Goex. The original Goex clocked 1685, which is pretty much right where Goex usually is in that rifle with 50 grains. Our remilled Goex averaged 1790, so we got a solid 100 feet per second gain with almost exactly the same spread, 80 versus 79.9. I'd call that pretty much the same. One of the things that I've noticed here is those first shots with the Goex are considerably lower. Now, that's after the barrel has been thoroughly cleaned. It's probably cold. So if you wanted to discount the first shots, that still gives us 1703 for old Goex and 1805 for the remilled Goex. Still a solid 100 feet per second gain, but it lowers the spread down from 23 and 33, which is considerable, I would say, for Goex. As for the Swiss powder, the box stock Swiss ran 1872 with a spread of 67. Our remilled Swiss ran 1866 with a max spread of 40. Not a tremendous difference in velocity loss, but the spread with our remilled stuff was tighter. So there's that. Now, I'm not about to start buying Goex just so I can mill it for 36 hours so I can say I could improve it. That's not worth the time or energy. You can get much better performance. Oh, okay, I shouldn't say much better, but equally as good a performance just by making your own powder. There's no reason to buy their stuff to have to improve it. As for improving Swiss, I wouldn't call that an improvement, mostly because after I remilled it, it was dirtier. You saw the patches there. the remilled powder was not as clean. Now, there's two reasons for that, if I had to take a guess. One being Swiss is very heavily graphite coated, which is one of the reasons why it's so shiny. You are remilling that and milling that graphite back into the mix, and graphite is a lousy carbon source, so there's that. Also, the way we mill it using a ball mill, even though we use brass, you still get a small amount of brass contaminant. It's very small. We actually did the math on this recently. It works out to 1 grain of brass contaminant in a pound. So that's 1 grain of brass contaminant in 7,000 grains, if you're wondering. But we're going to do another video on that whole topic. The commercial outfits don't have to worry about that. They don't use ball mills with milling media. They use edge runner mills. If you don't know what an edge runner mill is, it's a giant pan with these big steel wheels, sometimes they're stone, I hear, that weigh a couple tons each. So there is no milling media to contaminate your powder. So that's a pretty big advantage. It's tough to get a ball mill to compete with an edge runner mill. Now, it seems like we have been able to do that, but it literally takes days. You have to mill your components for days to compete with that edge runner mill. So what an edge runner mill can make in 5 or 6 hours takes us 2 days at least, 48 hours, at the earliest 36, we've found, when using brass. So, can you fix Goex? Yeah, you can make it faster. It doesn't really seem to be any more consistent. It still has what I would consider a kind of wide spread. As for the paper targets, that was more just an exercise and something to give you guys to look at to try and placate the, how does it group crowd. The wind's blowing a little bit, plus I had one too many cups of coffee. And so all of that stuff is probably just me, but feel free to give it a try yourselves. So as usual, folks, if you thought this video didn't suck, do me a favor and hit the like button, consider subscribing, and if you did think it sucked, go make your own damn video.